Hey guys, Tiffany here, aka the Tiffinator, and today I'm bringing you some COD 4 sabotage. Now, just before we get started, this video is kind of an oldie, but hopefully a goodie. I, I had it saved and I didn't realize it, so I stumbled across it and I don't get the greatest score in the world, but after I watched it, I thought I had some pretty aggressive gameplay, so I hope you still like it. And, oh, I'm using the AK-47. I have Bandolier, Juggernaut, and Deep Impact. Yeah, so enjoy this video. Recently, if you've been following me on my channel, you probably know that I was trying to get in shape for a race. And I didn't work out as much as I had wanted to. I was being kind of lazy, and so I didn't want to get outside and go for a run. But, I surprised myself. I did a little bit better than I thought I was going to do. And my whole thing with running is I pretty much do it to stay in shape. It's, in my eyes, it's a free activity. I can just go outside and run. It doesn't cost me anything. And it keeps me in pretty good shape. But I don't really like to run with other people. And that's because, unless you have the same pace as somebody else, it's really hard to, I guess, get a good workout because, okay, like I did a race a couple years ago with one of my girlfriends, and she is ridiculous. She like goes to the gym every day. She'll run 5 miles like it's nothing, and which is totally awesome, but that definitely is not me. So I'm running with her, and she's like, oh, don't worry, just keep up, just keep running a little bit faster. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Like, I'm trying to keep up with you. And it was just not working out. So we ended up, I told her to go ahead of me, and she finished the race like way before me. And I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again. But, I've also been in the position where I'm running with somebody and, I want to stay and talk with them and hang out with them. But I'm like, oh, I really want to run today, And so I've been in both sides where it's like, you're either too slow, you're too fast. And it's really just so difficult for me to find somebody who has the same kind of running style as I do. And so here comes race day, and I have no expectations that I'm gonna meet up with anybody or run with anybody, and I kind of show up to the race a little bit late. I mean, they have different starting points because even though it's a really social race, there are some pretty competitive people, so they put all the really competitive people up front. So all the runners and all the people who are trying to get like a short time. And I think they have prizes too, but I don't know. I'm usually like in the middle of the race, so I don't know about any of the prizes. But all those people are up front. And then all the other people, like the just recreational runners, the walkers, all of those people are in the back. So, that makes sense. So people don't get stomped all over. And so I show up a little bit late. My section hasn't started yet, so I'm walking up to my section from the back of the race, going forward. And I had gotten a call from my friend that morning saying that she was running the race and it was just going to be her. She thought she was going to run with a couple of her girlfriends from work, and then at the last minute they decided not to run. So it was basically just her. And so I told her, yeah, I was going to be running too, and so I would meet up with her, after the race. Well, it just so happened that when I was walking up, I bumped into her because her section was behind mine. And so we started talking, and I found out that it was the first time she was running this race, and she had never checked the course out before the race day. So I was talking to her a little bit about, what she could expect, and there was a couple of hills in the course, and so we got to talking, and I ended up doing the whole race with her. And it actually worked out really well. We actually had a pretty similar stride, a good pace. And because we had similar running styles, it was very easy for us to encourage each other. So I would be like, okay, let's run as hard as we can, to that tree up there. Or, if we started walking and lagging behind, she'd be like, let's go around these people and let's, start running again. And so I'd be like, okay, yeah. So it was really good. And we actually fed off the energy of like everyone around us. They had bands, musicians, throughout the whole race. So that was really awesome. Oh, and there were people in costumes, which is amazing. We saw a couple that were dressed up as gorillas, like full on, full body, furry outfits with the headgear and everything. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I would not be able to run in like a full-fledged gorilla suit, And the race is a 12K, so it's a little over 7 miles. It's like 7.5 miles. So I'm like, oh, I would not be able to dress as a gorilla and run that whole thing. But we also saw a couple of cute costumes too. So she got all jazzed up and she's like, oh, we should totally do this next year and we can, get a bunch of our friends and we could dress up. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. I mean, we saw some cute costumes too. We saw a couple of little girls with little tutu, like ballerina skirts on. And we saw other people in like full-fledged Halloween costumes. I mean, I think I saw a naughty police lady. I don't know how she ran in like a mini skirt and these high boots. I wouldn't be able to run in that, but kudos to her. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And I think, now that we have this goal, it'll kind of be motivation. So hopefully, now that it's summertime and it's warming up outside, I love being outside. So hopefully I can run more and stay in shape. And I have this goal that I'm going to have fun with a bunch of my friends and dress up. So it's the end of the video, 16-4, not the greatest, but check back soon. This is the Tiffinator. Come play with me.